सचिन पुजेरी, अभिनंदन, अभिनंदन,
Yes, sir.
राइट। अभिषेक, अभिषेक, अक्षता,
Present, sir.
अक्षता, ओके। आनंद, आनंद, अंजुम,
Present, sir.
ओके। बसवराज गडकरी, बसवराज गडकरी, बसवराज ऐनापुरे, बसवराज ऐनापुरे, भाग्यश्री मठ, भाग्यश्री मठ, भक्ति,
Present, sir.
राइट। भारती,
Present, sir.
राइट। चेतन कुमार, चेतन कुमार, दीपक,
Present, sir.
ओके। दिव्या, दिव्या, गढ़ प्रथमेश शिवाजी, गढ़ प्रथमेश शिवाजी, ज्योति,
Yes, sir.
ओके। किरण,
Yes, sir.
राइट। लक्ष्मीकांत,
Yes, sir.
राइट। मानतेश,
Yes, sir.
ओके। मोळे प्रेम,
Present, sir.
राइट। नागेश, नागेश, नंदीश,
Present, sir.
ओके। पूजा पाटिल, पूजा पाटिल, प्रमोद कुमार, प्रमोद कुमार, प्रवीण मगदुम, प्रियंका, प्रियंका, संध्या, 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 संतोष पुजारी,
Present, sir.
राइट। संतोष सोनार,
Present, sir.
ओके। शाबाज,
Present, sir.
राइट। शफिया,
Present, sir.
ओके। श्रीधर, श्रीधर, सृष्टि, सृष्टि, सिद्धार्थ वर्णेकर, सिद्धार्थ वर्णेकर, सिद्धार्थ पाटिल, सिद्धार्थ पाटिल, सुप्रिया, सुप्रिया, वंदना, वंदना, वसंत,
Yes, sir.
ओके। वेदत्ता,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
ಓಕೆ। ವಸಂತ್,
Present, sir.
ಆಯ್ತ್ರಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೈತ್ರಿ. ವಸಂತ್,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
ಓಕೆ.
Yes, sir.
Vedanta?
Present, sir.
ವೇದತ್ತ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್? ವೇದತ್ತ, ಯೋಗೇಶ್, ಯೋಗೇಶ್, ಮಹೇಶ್,
Yes, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ಬಾಳೇಶ್, ಬಾಳೇಶ್, ತೈಕ್ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್, ತೈಕ್ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್, ಪ್ರವೀಣ್ ರಾಠೋಡ್, ಪ್ರವೀಣ್ ರಾಠೋಡ್, ಅಭಿಷೇಕ್,
Yes, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ,
Present, sir.
ರೈಟ್. ಅಮಾನುಲ್ಲಾ, ಅಮಾನುಲ್ಲಾ, ಬಂಡೂರ್ಕರ್ ತನಯ್ ಮೋಹನ್ ದಾಸ್,
Present, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ಭಾವರಾವ್,
Yes,
ಓಕೆ,
sir.
ರೈಟ್. ಶೋಧನ್,
Present, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ದೇವಣ್ಣವ್ರ ಅನಿಲ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಶೇಖಪ್ಪ, ನಂದಕುಮಾರ್, ನಂದಕುಮಾರ್, ಪ್ರಮೋದ್, ಪ್ರಮೋದ್ ಕೇಸ್ತಿ, ಪ್ರಮೋದ್ ಕೇಸ್ತಿ, ರೋಹಿಣಿ, ರೋಹಿಣಿ, Rohit Alwani, Rohit, Shashidhar Gaudar, Sridhar Badiger, Saish, Snehal, Vaishnavi,
Present, sir.
okay, Karthik Yam, right. In the last class, I was discussing about the programs. Let me continue with few of the programs. Take this program, write a program to clear. Are you able to see the screen here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Write a program to clear 16 RAM locations starting at RAM address 60H. Write an assembly program to clear 16 RAM locations starting at RAM address 60H. We are supposed to clear 16 RAM locations. Clear 16 RAM locations means we have to store 0 in 16 RAM locations starting from the RAM address 60H. Okay, for this we are supposed to write an assembly program. To write the assembly program, first what they have given? They have given 16 RAM locations. So that 16 RAM locations, I am storing count value is 16. That I am storing in one of the registers. Say I am using R4 comma hash 16. 16 is the count. This count equal to 16. Count is 16 here. Right? Then what else they have given? They have given the starting address, RAM address 60H they are mentioning. Starting address, you have to take it as a pointer to one of the R0 or R1 registers. R0 comma hash 60H. This is the pointer to the first memory location. That means R0 is equal to memory location, that is 60H. Next, what they have asked? They have asked to store 0 in various memory locations, starting from memory location 60H. Starting from this 60H memory location, they are asking to store 0. So if they are asking to store 0, what we can do is every time instead of storing 0 there, right, in the memory location, what we can do, we can store 0 in A register and then move the value from A register to the memory locations. So move A comma hash 00H. That is move A comma hash 00H. A is equal to 00H. A is equal to 00H. Right? So we are using A comma hash 00H. Instead of move A comma hash 00H, what you can do is you can use the another instruction, right? That is say CLRA. Either you can use move A comma hash 00H or you can use clear A. Clear A is nothing but the value in A will become equal to 00. The same thing, value in A will become equal to 00. Okay, so either one of these you can use, and then this is the initialization part. This is what is the initialization that is required here. And next comes the logic of the program. What we are supposed to do, we have to use the value 00H and store it in 60H memory location. First memory location 60H. Now how can I store that? I have to use move instruction to move the value or to store the value always. Move A value is 00, then use the instruction at R0 comma A. At R0 means what is the first memory location in R0? 60H. 60H is the first memory location in R0. Yes. So in the 60H memory location, the value that is 00H will be stored. Okay. So we are storing the value. Pardon?
Sir, that count is equals to 16. We can take R7 also, no?
Any register you can take.
Any
R3,
register.
R4, R5, R6, R7, any register, R2, except R0 and R1, because they are meant for indirect addressing mode.
Okay,
R0
sir.
and R1. Remaining any registers you can take. Okay,
Okay, sir.
fine. Move at R0, A, that means in 60H memory location, the value 00H will be stored. So we stored the value 00H of A register in memory location 60H. Next, we have to store it in the next memory location because they are asking to store in 16 memory locations starting from memory location 60H. That means 61H, 62H, and 63H like that up till 6F. Okay, it will be around 6E or 6F. Up till that memory location, you have to go on storing the value 0 in those memory locations. Now I have stored in the first memory location. To get the next memory location, what I have to do? I have to increment the memory location. Where is the memory location stored? In register R0, increment R0. This will give me R0 is equal to 60H plus 1 plus 1. This is 61H. Okay, that is the next memory location. We got the next memory location. Then what we have to do in the logic here, in the body of the program, we have to check for the count, whether this count is 0 or not. Okay, now 16 values are there. We have moved the first value. That means still how many values are remaining? 15 values are remaining still. We have to decrement the count first and whether it is 0 or not. To do that, which instruction we have to use?
DJNZ.
Yes, DJNZ. We have to use the instruction DJNZ. Which register we have used for the count here? R4, comma, again. Use back or again, whatever it is. You can give any name. Okay, need not be only again every time. You can give it as back, whichever is convenient for you. You can give any name here. DJNZ R4, comma, again. Where this again should come, this loop should come to which instruction? Anyway, our A value is 0. We are using clear A. Okay. But if sometimes what may happen, random, some garbage value may be stored in A and that may get stored in R0. So we can give this again here also to this instruction. But some garbage value gets stored means it will be a different value. So what we will do is every time we will store the value 0 in A and then we will move the value 0 from A to that particular memory location. Is it not? So I will give the again here. I will give the loop statement here. Move A, comma, hash 00H. Now again A is equal to 00H. Move at R0, comma, A. This time R0 value is 61H. R0 value is 61H. That means in 61H memory location, the value, which value will be stored here? 00 will be stored. 00H or 00 will be stored. Then again increment next time. 61H plus 1. 61H plus 1. This will be 62H. Then decrement the value in R4. First time after your mode, it will be first time it is R4 is equal to 16 minus 1, 15. Now this is the second time that you are moving the value here. Okay, that means 16 minus 1, 15 is 16 minus 1 is 15. Then 15 minus 1, that will be equal to 14. That will be equal to 14. So like every time it will go on checking here. Every time it will store the value 00H in the memory locations, consecutive memory locations starting from 60H to 6FH. Okay. And once it has stored all the 16 memory locations, in all 16 memory locations, once it has stored the zeros, then it has to stop. It has to stop. To stop that, what we are doing, we have to end the program. If R4 value is not 0, only then it will jump to again here. R4 value is not 0, only then it will jump to again. Is it not? If it is 0, then it will execute the next instruction. Now we can end our program using the end instruction or the end directive. So if we use the end directive, that means that is the end of the program. Okay, any instruction, whatever you write after the end directive will not be executed. That is the final end of your program. Okay, so this is how we are storing 0, or we are clearing the value in a register and we are storing the 0 in 16 RAM memory locations starting from the memory location 60H. Starting from memory location 60H. Okay, so this is how we have to do it. Any doubts here in this program? Any doubts? Understood this program, everybody? Any doubts here in this program? Any questions?
Sir, clear
Any questions
instruction. Sir, clear instruction.
Clear instruction is not called instead of move A, 00H, instruction instead of this, you can make use of clear A. Can make use of clear A. Clear A means it will make the A value 0. If A is having some garbage value, that will be made equal to 0 every time whenever you are using clear A instruction. What is the function of clear A instruction? Clear A instruction will make the value in A register 0. It will make the clear A means whatever is the previous value in A, that will be made equal to 0, 0. Say, let us say before executing this instruction, clear A instruction, value in A is say 27H. Then after this instruction gets executed, clear A instruction, value in A will become equal to 0, 0H. Understanding here? So this is how the value in A will become 0, 0 after executing the clear A instruction. Andish, is it understood here?
Yes, sir.
Sir, that again we can put in move at R0 A, no?
Yes, you can put there also, not a problem.
Okay, sir.
And put there also, but what will happen is the reason why I am putting it here is now if you are putting here, that is not a wrong, it is correct whatever you are telling. But here if you put no, what will happen is sometimes if garbage value may be stored in A, some unknown value, garbage value may be stored in A, that may get stored in that RAM location instead of 0. That possibility is there. So what we are supposed to do, first we have to store 0 always in A register, either using move A, #00H or using clear A instruction, and then move the value from A to that particular memory location in R0 register. Okay, if we do like this, then that possibility of garbage value getting stored in any of the memory locations will be eliminated. Okay, that possibility will be eliminated. That is the advantage of putting this again here at this particular instruction. Got
Okay,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Let us move ahead with the next program. Write a program to copy a block of 10 bytes of data from RAM location starting at 35H to RAM location starting at 60H. So we are supposed to copy block of 10 bytes of data. There are 10 bytes of data. From where to where we have to copy? This 10 bytes of data we have to copy starting from 35H memory location to memory location starting from 60H. That means what? From 35H I have to move it to 60H, 36H I have to move it to 61H, 37H I have to move it to 62H, 38H memory location value I have to move it to 63H, like that. So every time I have to go on moving the value from 35H to 60H, 36H to 61H, 37H to 62H, like that. Okay, so that up till how many memory locations I have to do? I have to cover 10 memory locations, or 10 bytes of data I have to transfer from 35H to 60H memory locations. Okay, so instead of asking the question as write a program to copy a block of 10 bytes of data, they may also ask as write a program to transfer 10 bytes of data. Both are one and the same. To transfer 10 bytes of data from RAM locations 35H to RAM locations starting at 60H. Both are one and the same. Okay, so let us see how to move the block of 10 bytes of data here. First, let us do the initialization. Now you will tell me what all initialization we have to do here. First one, what they have given, 10 bytes of data. Okay, so store this 10 byte of data, count as in some of the registers. I will take it as R7, comma hash. Okay, hash 10. If you are not using anything here, it will by default it will take it as a decimal value. Okay, if you write it as hex, then it will take it as hexadecimal value. Okay. So move R7 comma hash 10 means it is in decimal. So R7 comma hash 10. Then this will store the value 10 in R7 register. R7 equal to 10. What else they have given? Starting from memory location 35H, we have to move the value to 60H. Source memory location is given. Source memory location, source to destination, we are supposed to move. So move R0 comma hash 35H, hash 35H. Okay. So this will store the value 35H in R0 register. Then next, destination memory location from 35H it has to move to 60H. That is move one more register I will take, R1, because I can use indirect addressing mode. I will take only R0 and R1 here. move R1 comma hash 60h hash 60h. So this is R1 is equal to 60h. R1 is equal to 60h. Okay. That is the initialization part. We did the initialization. Count we have taken every time to check whether the all memory locations are reached or not. Starting memory location we have taken, that is this R0. It is a starting memory location. Then end memory location or destination memory location we have taken, that is 60h. So we have done the initialization part. Next is we have to write the logic of the program. Now from where the value should come? The value should come from R0, that is 35h. It has to be stored in 60h. Okay. So now to do that, what I will do is, first I will move the value using indirect addressing mode in A register, move A comma at R0, right? This will give me the value in A register as how much? Value in 35h memory location. Let us say the value stored in 35h memory location is 01. 01 is the first value which is stored in 35h. So the value in A register that will be stored is this value 01, which is stored in 35h in R0 register, that will be stored in A register. 01 move A comma at R0 means the value which is stored in 35h memory location in register R0, that will be stored in A register. So A register value will be 01. Now we have to move this value into 60h. To move this value into 60h, again I can use the indirect addressing mode. Move at R1 this time. It is I'm using it in a reverse order. Move at R1 comma move at R1 comma A. Move at R1 comma A means in 60h memory location in R1 register there is 60h memory location, and in 60h memory location which value will be stored? The value of A will be stored. What is the value in A? It is 01, right? So 01 is stored in 60h memory location. Now I have stored the first value. Okay. So now let us say we want the next memory location. If you want the next memory location, then what I am supposed to do here? What I am supposed to do here to get next memory location?
Increment, sir.
Increment. I have to increment. Increment which register here?
R7 and
R.
R0.
R0, sir.
R7 and R0. Anybody?
R1.
R0, sir. R0.
Only R0.
Yes, sir.
R0
But
and
if we
R1, sir.
only R0, how we can store it in
R0 and R1, sir.
R1, sir.
Only R1.
Sir, both
Sir,
is R0 and R1.
Both R0 and R1 you have to increment. Okay, because see now from 35h you move to 60h. Next you have to take from 36h, you have to store it in 61. So I want both incremented, R0 as well as R1. Next from 37h to 62h. Every time I have to increment R0 and R1 both. Is it not? Because I have to store the consecutive values of R0 in consecutive values of R1 or consecutive values of 35h in consecutive memory locations of 60h. Correct? So I have to increment R0 and R1 both. Increment R0, then increment R1, increment R0, increment R1. Okay. Increment R0, then increment R1, increment R1. Okay. Then next what I have to do is, what is the next step I have to do? After incrementing, increment R0 means what is the value in R0? R0 is equal to how much I am getting? First it is 35 initially, correct? 35h plus 1, that is 36h. 36h. Increment R1 means R1 is equal to how much? 60h plus 1. This will be 61h. Okay. So after incrementing, I am supposed to the count. Okay. So count I am checking using DJ and Z as you told just now. DJ and Z, which register I have to check here? R7. Count is there in R7 register. DJ and Z, R7, comma, back. This time I am using the loop label as back. This is called as loop label. Okay, whatever this you are using here, target address It is called as loop label, label of the loop or name of the loop. So where this should come now, let us check where this should come. Move R1 is here, move R0 is here, then move A comma at R0. Now I want the next memory location R0. Okay, so increment R0 has already given me 36H. Increment R1 has already given me 61H. Now I have to, if I put this here, okay, if I put this back here, move A comma at R0, that means 36H value will come in A register. Value stored in 36H memory location will come in A register. Then if I use move at R1 comma A, value which is in A register will be stored in 61H, which is in R1 register. So that is sufficient for me. Yes or no? So I will put the back label, loop label here. Loop label I will put it here. Okay. So move at A comma at R0. This will store the value. How much? Let us say in 36H memory location, the value stored is 2. Value stored is 2 in 36H memory location. This is 02. Then value in A will be 02. Value in A will be 02. Next, move at R1 comma A. At R1 comma A. R1 memory location is 61H this time. So R1 is equal to, that is 61H. This is equal to how much? Value in A. Value in A is 02. That is 02. Okay. No? Value in R1, that is 61H memory location, that is this memory location after incrementing. In this memory location, the value of A will be stored, that is 02. Right? Then it will increment again. Increment means what is the next memory location? 36H plus 1. 36H plus 1. That will be 37H. Yes. Then increment R1. Increment R1. This will be 61H plus 1. This will be 62H. 62H. Okay. Then dechanged R7. First time we have not written that. First time it will be R7. R7 is equal to 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1, 9. That will be 9. Second time 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. Second time after this operation 9 minus 1, this will be 8. It is not 0. Decrement and jump is not 0. Decrement the value in R7 register. 9 minus 1 it is 8. Decrement means subtract 1. 9 minus 1 it is 8. After decrementing, if the value is not 0. After decrementing, if the value is not 0, only then jump to back. Only then jump to back. Otherwise, if after decrementing, if this value is 0, after decrementing, if we get the value 0, then don't jump to back. Execute the next instruction. Okay. So it is not 0, it will jump to back. Again, it will come here. This time we are moving the value in 37H to 62H. Value in 37H, let us say it is 3. 03H. So 03 will be moved from this 37H memory location to 62H memory location. So now what will be stored here in 62H memory location? In 62H memory location, 62H memory location, what value will be stored? 03 will be stored. 03 will be stored. Okay. So like this, it will move all the values. How many values? 10 bytes of data. It will move from 35H to 60H, 36H to 61H, 37H to 62H. Like that, it will go on moving, it will go on copying, or it will go on transferring. All are one and the same. If I use the word move, then also it is same. I can use the word transfer, or I can use the word move or transfer or copy. Both, all the three words mean the same thing. Okay. So it will move the values, and after moving the final value, last value, the count will be 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, that is 0. If it is not 0, it will jump to back, but as the count is 0, it will not jump to back. It will execute the next instruction where you can use the end statement, end of the program. This is how we are able to copy block of 10 bytes of data from RAM location starting at 35H to RAM location starting at 60H. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to write here. So know the logic first. Based on the logic, use the available instructions and then write the program. On program, for program writing, what you are supposed to do, write the initialization part first and then write the logic of the program. Don't immediately write the logic of the program. Write the initialization part and then proceed to write the logic of the program. Okay. So is this program understood here? Anybody is having any questions here on this program? Second program.
Sir, that R naught is equal to 35H is equal to 0, 1. Why we have taken 0, 1? We can directly take no 35H.
Move R0 comma 35H, you mean to say?
No, sir, R naught is equal to 35H is equal to 0, 1. 0, 1 we have taken no.
Correct. I understood your question. See, this 35H is the memory location. Okay, this 35H is the memory location. So I am using the brackets here. Why I am using the bracket? It means that the value stored in 35H memory location. Directly, you cannot use move R0 comma 35H. Why you cannot use is, if you use a move R0 comma 35H. Huh?
No, sir, we have.
Tell me, you tell me the question, then I will answer.
We have taken A is equal to 0, 1. Instead of 0, 1, we have to, we can take a 35H, no?
Instead of 0, 1.
Yes, sir.
Instead of 0, 1, here you want to use 35H, R not equal to 35H, right? That you can use. See, now this is 35H. Let me explain here. See here, this 35H is the memory location, but when you are using that, right, first you have to use it as a, that is, you have to use it as a value, you have to store it as a value first. Okay, then only it means that when you are moving that, right, here R0 is equal to 35H only, you are right here. Okay, whatever you understood is correct. R0 is 35H only, you are right. But in 35H memory location, some values are stored, is it not? You might have stored some values in 35H, right? Starting from 35H, you say you have started from 1. So you are storing 10 values, consecutive values, or you can store any random values. You can take any random values. It need not be only 1. You need not be starting from 1 only. You can start from A, B, C, D, E, F, or you can start from 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it can be any random value. Okay, here this is 35H, whatever you understood is correct, it is 35H only, but in 35H memory location I am storing some values. That's why I have taken it as equal to 0, 1. Don't misunderstand this. Okay, don't misunderstand this that I am putting 0, 1 here, so 0, 1 will be stored in R0. No, it is not like that. 35H is only stored in R0.
We have to take compulsory that 0, 1. Any value?
Need not be 0, 1. For your understanding purpose, I am taking these values to make you understand. It can be any random value. Okay, suppose if they are giving an examination to copy these values only, fixed values, suppose they mention, then you have to use those values only. Okay, then if they don't mention, if you give the generalized program, you can take any values. This is a generalized program. Okay, because it need not be only for 0, 1 to 0, 10. You need not move only the values from 1 to 10 to from 35H to 60H. You can take any random values. Okay, so it is a generalized program. So always remember, whenever you're writing a program, it should be always in generalized way. If they mention it in the question that you use a certain value, use like this only, then you can use those values and write a program. But if you're writing any program, if they do not mention to take certain values, then it should always be a generalized program. So that that program you can use for any input values. Any input values you can use the program, written program, and you should be able to execute it. Okay, so that is important here. Got my point, Bhakti?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
Sir,
So this program everything understood. Any other questions here?
sir, in the last program we have cleared A instruction, means the register A.
Yes.
To make it 0, 0, and in this program we have not yet done that.
Correct. That's a very good question. Right? You can do that always. Okay, because what may happen is some garbage value may be stored there, right? So you can first store 0 in A and then you can proceed. Here you can use 0 here always. It's always a good thing to start with the A value 0. Okay, what you can do here is move R1 comma hash 60H, use clear instruction, clear A. Okay, not a problem. Okay, it's a very good thing. So a very good writing programming practice to use the clear A instruction, because if some garbage value might have been stored, means you will not be knowing that. and the output whatever you are getting, the values may be some unwanted values you may get, garbage values. So we don't want that, is it not? So first it is better to clear the value in a register and then use the logic of the program. Clear here? Okay. Is it understood here? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So next we'll proceed to the next program. Write a program to get the x value from P1 and send x square to P2 continuously. So the third program, write a program to get the x value from P1 and send x square to P2 continuously. So how to write it? So first what they are mentioning, they are storing the x square values. They are asking to get the value of x1, x value. Okay. First they are asking to get the value of x from P1. You have to get the value from P1. P1 you have to make it input port. If you are getting the value from port P1, you have to make it as input port, right? And then whatever value is stored on P1, that you have to move it to x. That you have to store it in x. Okay. So once you are storing that value in x, then you have to get the square of that x. First find the square of that x value, then square of that x value you have to send it to port P2. Receiving means it is acting like a input. Sending means it will act like a output. Remember, whenever you are using any port, receiving means always it is acting like a input. You are receiving, inputting. Okay. Then we are using sending. When you are using the word sending, it means you are outputting. You are sending out the value. Okay. So that is your outputting. Okay. Just keep these two words in your mind always when you are using the ports. So write a program to get the x value from P1 and send x square to P2 continuously. Now first what we are supposed to do is x square means it is always the square values, correct? X square. So what we will do is we'll write a small program here starting from some random memory location. We'll use org 300h 300h. Okay. In this memory location, I am storing some square of the numbers. Okay. So to store them, what I have to use is I have to give some name to this. I'll give the name as square sqr table underscore table square table. Then define byte. To store the byte values, I have to use the assembler directive db define byte. Then I will store the square of the values, natural numbers. 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, then 3 square is 9, then 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49. Okay, like that I will go on storing the values, say from 0 to 9. 64, then 9 square is 81. I have stored these values. Okay. Then end this small program. Now I have to extract the square of the numbers, natural numbers, x square value from this particular memory location. As I explained in one of the program that we discussed in the previous class. So in 300h memory location, we are storing the square of 0. Next in 301h memory location, square of 1 is stored. In 302h memory location, square of 2 is stored. So if you take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in 307h memory location, square of 7 is stored. Like that. Okay. So these are stored starting from memory location 300h, square of the natural numbers. Next we'll come to the main program. Next we'll come to the main program here. So I'll start with the 0 memory location, org 0000h, 16-bit memory location it is. So I'll take 4 digits here, 0000h. Then next move, as we have taken this memory location which is of 12 bits. Okay, as of 12 bits, so I'll use dptr move dptr comma hash comma hash comma hash. Just a minute. Okay, students, are you able to see here, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So move dptr comma hash. The first memory location that we have to take is this only. Whatever square values we have taken, move dptr comma hash 300h, right? Then next we have to move ff in A register. I'll tell you the reason for that. You have to store high value or FFH in A register. So A is equal to 0 FFH. Then next we have to move this value which is in A register. We have to, sorry, the other way, move A comma P1. The value which is stored on port P1, that I have to move it to A register. Why I am storing FFH here in this A register is, okay, so whenever this is not A, it should be P1 here. Sorry for that. So it should be P1. Okay. So whenever you are reading the value from the port, whenever you are making it input port, first you have to store FF in that port. Right? Remember this. First you have to store FF on that port, and only then you can input the values from that port to A register. This is called as configuration of the port. So you have to initialize that port first. So to initialize that port, first you have to store FF on that port. FF doesn't mean that you are moving FF from that port to A register. It means when you are do FF moving in P1 register, when you do that, whatever value is stored on port P1, it may be 03 or it may be 04, it may be 27, it may be 35, any value. So that value gets stored in A register, not FF. That FF, why we are storing? To initialize the port P1. To do that, we are storing the value FFH in port P1 to make it as input port. Got the point here? So move A comma P1, move A comma P1, then move C A comma at A plus DPTR, at A plus DPTR. Move C A comma at A plus DPTR, right? Then once we are moving the values here, DPTR comma hash 300h means the value in DPTR is equal to 300h. This is the value in DPTR register. Then move P1 comma hash 0FF means the value FFH will be stored in 0 P1 initialization purpose. Then move A comma P1 means, let us say we want the square of 5. Okay, I want the square of 5. So I'll take the value of 5, which is on port P1. I'm inputting that from port P1. I'm storing it in A register, right? Now move C A comma at A plus DPTR. What is the value in DPTR? 300. 300 plus value in A register. A plus DPTR. Value in A is 5. Value in DPTR is 300. 5 plus 300 is 305. Okay. So A plus DPTR. This will be 305. 305. Okay. So now at 305 memory location, whatever value is there, that will be stored in A register. That will be stored in A register. Let us check what is that value. So in 300, 0 is stored. In 301, 1 is stored. 302, 4 is stored. In 303, 9 is stored. In 304, 16 is stored. In 305, 25 is stored. Right? So this value 25 will be stored in which memory location? In which register? In A register. In A register, we'll get the value 25. In A register, we'll get the value 25. That is the square of x, or the input number that we have taken is 5 here. Okay. Then once we got that value, what they say in the program, what they've asked to move that value to port P2. Get the value of x from port P1, input that from port P1, and whatever square you are finding, send it to port P2. That means output that value to port P2. So I have to use the instruction move P2, I have to send it to port P2. So I have to make it the destination. When I am sending the value to port P2, so P2 I have to make it as a destination. Move P2 comma A. So once I have sent the first value, next I have to repeat it till all the values are sent. Now I have shown it for only one value, that is 5. Okay, this I have to repeat it for all the values. So then I have to repeat it. I am using the unconditional jump instruction, SJMP back. SJMP back. So where this back should come, DPTR is 300, that is fixed. Okay, move P1 comma hash 0 FFH. This initialization is required always, so it should come to here. Back should come here. Every time initialization is required, then it will move whatever value is stored on port P1 that is stored in A. Then we'll add the values from A with value in A with value in DPTR. We'll get the memory location. From that particular memory location in this table, it will extract that value, it will take that value, it will collect that value, and that particular value, that is the square of X, will be stored in A register. Okay, suppose if you want to say find the square of 8, then you have to take A as 8. Okay, so 8 plus 300 will be 308, and 308 memory location is 64. So the square of 8 is 64. That gets stored in A register first. From A register, you are moving it into P2. Okay, and every time you are jumping back to repeat the same process, right? Till all the values of X square are moved to port P2. Fine here. Is this understood here, students? This program is understood here.
Sir, explain once again, sir.
See here, first you have to store the square value. Square value you have to store it first. Okay, square of the numbers. Right. For that you are using the ORG. You are storing in a small program, 2 to 3 line program. You are storing it in thin-edge memory location. Those squares of the natural numbers. Okay, 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. Okay, 9 square is 81, like that. Okay, this is a small program, right? Then you are writing a main program. What is the main program? First to store the starting location of the value you want to collect from. So that value you want to collect from this table. What is the starting memory location of that table? It is 300H. So store this in DPTR register. Store this in DPTR register, because DPTR is a register which can store maximum 16 bits. Correct? So store it in DPTR, that is 300H. Then store FFH in port P1. This portion is important here to initialize the port P1. If you're taking other ports also, you have to initialize them. You may take P0 or P2 or P3, you have to initialize them because you are using that particular port as input port. You are receiving the value from that port pin, okay, of the microcontroller. So you have to make it as input port, means you have to store FFH on that port P1. FFH value you have to store it first. Only then whatever value is stored on that port pin or on that port, that value you can take and you can store it in A register. So move A comma P1. Let us say on FF on port P1 you are storing the value 5. Okay, so 5 will be stored from P1 to A register. So here A is equal to P1 is equal to 5. So the value 5 which is in port P1, that will be stored in A register. That will be stored in A register. Okay. Then move C A comma at A plus DPTR. So here value in A is 5, value in DPTR is 300 plus 5. So what is the value in 300?
Sir, ಅದು 5 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೋಬೋದಾ ಸರ್?
ತಗೋಬಹುದ್ರಿ, ಎನಿ ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ. ನೀವು 5 ಇರ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ನಾನು 5 ತಗೊಂಡೇನ್ರಿ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಸಕ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎನಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. You can take 6, you can take 7, 8, 9, whatever it may be. Any random value you can take. Understood here? But whatever value you are taking, that should tally with this table. Don't take the value which is outside this table. Suppose if you take 11, right, that is not in this table. From where you will collect? 11 square you are not written in this table. Otherwise write that 11 square and then you can use that value 11. Got the point here, Nandish?
Yes sir.
Clear, Nandish?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay, fine. So I hope all of you understood the today's programs here. Tomorrow we'll discuss some of the assignment questions. Any difficulties we'll discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay. Any program is left out which is not being explained, a related program, I'll just discuss that program. We'll write the program for that. Okay. And then we'll discuss some of the assignment questions in the tomorrow's class. Right? Anything else you want to discuss here? So we'll end the today's session here. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope everybody understood here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you.